The Knicks are playing a dangerous game with the NBA's salary cap, but it might just secure them another championship. From a secret trade veto clause in Jordan Clarkson's new deal to Pacome Dadiet's Summer League audition and the final two moves Leon Rose is plotting before training camp, here is the ultimate Knicks front office masterclass breakdown. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and drop a like on the video. The Knicks just got even more good news in their quest to defend the title. And if you were confused about what the front office just pulled off with Jordan Clarkson, here's the breakdown. According to Alder Almo at Heavy.com citing salary cap expert Yossi Gozlan, Jordan Clarkson is returning on a one-year veteran minimum deal worth a cap hit of just $2.4 million. But here's the massive catch. Because of a little-known provision in the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, signing this specific one-year deal grants Clarkson a full trade veto right for the 2026-27 season. From a cap space perspective, this is a gigantic win. The Knicks now sit just $3.3 million below the dreaded second apron with 13 players under contract, giving them the exact flexibility needed to sign one more veteran minimum player to finish the roster. Why did Leon Rose and the front office structure it this way? This is an absolute front office masterclass in prioritizing continuity while manipulating the salary cap. They are rewarding a player who openly campaigned to run it back in New York while simultaneously protecting their financial flexibility. By navigating the brutal second apron restrictions so carefully, they managed to keep their championship core intact, also bringing back depth pieces like Landry, Shamet, and Jose Alvarado without sacrificing future assets. It gives the player control, but it gives the franchise the exact cap hit they needed to breathe. Translating this money into basketball, this move guarantees the Knicks keep one of their premier backcourt rotation players. Clarkson is a proven scorer who can initiate the pick and roll and act as a dynamic floor spacer. With young talent like Mohamed Diawara expected to take a larger role in his second season, having a reliable veteran presence like Clarkson commanding the second unit is an incredible safety net for head coach Mike Brown. This move allows guys like Jalen, Brunson, and Karl-Anthony Towns to operate in the paint without facing constant double teams because opposing defenses have to respect the perimeter. Clarkson's ability to hunt his own shot is crucial for when the offense gets stagnant in high-pressure situations. Let's not forget how important scoring off the bench is during an 82-game grind. Ultimately, giving a veteran minimum guy a trade veto is rare, but for a defending champion looking to preserve locker room chemistry, this is a brilliant, low-risk, high-reward move. It secures a vital bench piece while expertly dodging the luxury tax apron. But I want to hear from you. Do you agree with giving Clarkson the power to veto trades? Or should the front office have kept their options open? Let me know in the comments. The New York Knicks are actively plotting their next big move, and what happens right now in Las Vegas could completely change the trajectory of their trade deadline plans. As reported by Isaiah De Los Santos over at SI.com, Pacome Dadiet's performance in the NBA Summer League is being heavily monitored by the organization, but not to fight for a main roster spot. They are actively trying to build his trade value. Dadiet is on a contract worth nearly $3 million, $2.98 million to be exact, for the upcoming season. The Knicks are currently trying to aggregate contracts in a trade to acquire a premium backup center while staying strictly under the second apron. Combining Dadiet's inflated salary with a rotation player like Miles McBride could be the exact financial package required to bring in an impactful frontcourt piece without breaking the bank. The front office strategy here is incredibly calculating. Leon Rose and his staff are fully all in on a veteran approach to defend their championship. According to the SI report, the front office clearly prefers developing Tyler Kolek and Mohamed Diawara for their long-term outlook, making Dadiet a luxury they simply don't need to keep around for development. By showcasing him in Summer League against younger, unproven players, they are hoping to artificially inflate his stock. If he balls out in Vegas, rival executives will view him as a prime draft and stash or developmental prospect, turning him into a highly attractive trade chip that saves New York from having to attach multiple second-round picks or future assets in a deal. On the court, trading Dadiet makes total tactical sense for head coach Mike Brown's system. Dadiet is struggling to find a clear tactical fit among the current youth on the roster. Moving his salary allows the Knicks to target a rim-protecting traditional center who can anchor the paint for the second unit. The Knicks desperately need reliable size to complement their star-studded starting five. Flipping a surplus wing prospect for a physical presence changes the entire dynamic of their interior defense. It ensures they maintain optimal floor spacing on offense while having the necessary bulk to handle physical matchups down low when the games slow down in the playoffs. In my honest take, moving on from Dadiet is an absolute no-brainer for a team with immediate championship aspirations. You cannot afford to carry developmental players who don't fit the immediate system when you are this close to the second apron restrictions. Flipping him for a backup 5 is the smartest play on the board. Do you think the Knicks should package Dadiet with McBride for a big man, or would you rather hold on to him and see if he develops? Drop your thoughts down below. If you think the New York Knicks are done making moves this offseason, think again, because the front office is quietly preparing to pull the trigger on 2 critical roster upgrades. According to a recent breakdown by Scott Davis at SI.com, the Knicks have 2 glaring priorities remaining as free agency cools down. First, they need a third-string center to back up Karl-Anthony Towns and Andre Drummond. They are reportedly eyeing veteran minimum big men, with recently waived Jonas Valančiūnas and Nick Richards floating around as rumored names. Second, they are determining exactly who to use as salary filler in an upcoming trade. Because they are meticulously operating below the second apron, they can still aggregate contracts, but they cannot take in more money than they send out. Combining Andre Drummond's $2.4 million cap hit with a guy like Landry Shamet creates a $7.8 million trade package. The catch is that newly signed players like Drummond and Shamet cannot be dealt until December 15th. The Knicks front office is playing 4D chess with the collective bargaining agreement right now. By prioritizing affordable stopgap centers, they preserve their precious cap space. The real masterclass is how they are setting up their trade assets. By intentionally signing guys to specific tradable contracts, they are essentially manufacturing salary filler for the trade deadline. They also still have access to the taxpayer mid-level exception, starting at $6 million, but they are hesitant to use it all because it would instantly trigger the second apron restrictions and limit their flexibility. They are aggressively avoiding that tax threshold while hoarding the flexibility to make a big swing mid-season. How does this tactical maneuvering actually help head coach Mike Brown? Well, finding a reliable third-string big man is vital insurance for the front court. Whether it's a traditional rim runner like Nick Richards or a veteran with scoring touch and rebounding like Valanciunas, having a big body who can absorb fouls and battle in the paint is crucial for an 82-game grind. It prevents the Knicks from having to play small ball if injuries strike. Furthermore, consolidating smaller contracts like Drummond and Shamet later in the year means they can target a specialized piece, perhaps a true 5-out center or an elite point-of-attack defender, tailor-made for a playoff run. Having that $7.8 million aggregate power opens up a wider range of targets. I firmly believe this methodical, patient approach is exactly why this administration has been so successful. Waiting until December to package these specific contracts is a smart, calculated risk that maximizes their championship window without financially crippling the franchise. But I want to pass it to you. Would you want a guy like Jonas Valančiūnas sitting on the bench, or should the Knicks look at the G League for a two-way player? Sound off in the comments right now.